You ever feel like you're just getting by with your training, like you're doing everything you can just to survive the day, let alone lace up for that next run? I get it. I'm Dr. Ray Peralta, physical therapist, run coach, exercise physiologist, and Marine. I served in the Marine Corps back in 2005. Got injured, left active duty, shifted my focus to helping people move better and live stronger. Over the 10 past years, I've worked with hundreds of runners, but this video isn't about just the runners. This one's personal because I'm 37 years old. I work 60 plus hours a week, and I still train almost every day. So here's my purpose. I'm going to show my promise, excuse me. I'm going to show you how I stay consistent with training, even with a demanding job, a limited time, and no races on the calendar. Not by following a perfect plan, but by making an identity shift. And here's the plan for this video. I'll break down how I apply that marine mentality to everyday life, even now as a coach, a physical therapist, and someone with real world responsibilities. So let's dive in. So I want you to picture, I'm going to share a story with you. You know, he wanted to run one more mile, but he cut it short, not because he was tired, but because he had dinner plans with his family. This isn't about perfection or participation awards or trophies or some race t shirt. This is about identity, about being the type of person who shows up, whether anyone's watching or not, whether there's any crowds cheering. He came back to running after a long break when work got too hectic, when the relationship started to fall apart with his girlfriend, when the grief from losing brothers in arms became too loud to ignore. Running became his reset, not just cardio, but therapy. He trains whether it's convenient or not. He lifts, does yoga, BJJ, meditation, sometimes at 4 a.m., sometimes at 9 p.m. Even on vacation, he still finds a trail. On the weekends, goes for runs, whether it's a treadmill on a vacation or just runs unplugged, disconnected, no devices. Some days it's easy to train. Other days it feels impossible just to put the shoes on, not because of soreness, but because of the weight of life. The pressure of showing up for work, being present for others, trying to grow a business, pay the bills, and not fall apart. Yet he runs. He still runs because that's his anchor. That's how he beats who he was yesterday, the ghost of yesterday. Some months the lows outnumber the highs, but the standard remains. Wake up, train, move. Even if it's without a watch, even if no one sees it, even if Strava stays on, there's no kudos on Strava because this isn't performance for the crowd. This is personal. I've worn a bunch of titles: a Marine, personal trainer, physical therapist, exercise physiologist, run coach. But the one I choose to have that Marine mentality, that warrior. I am a warrior. And I apply that to different endeavors. Not because I'm trying to qualify for Boston, not because I'm getting paid to race, but because I see it as part of an identity of who I am and translates to my self care as health care. And now I help runners in their 30s, 40s do the same because most of them don't want to be elite. They just want to be better than who they were yesterday. Right. And then you could take that warrior to the athlete, right? It's just competition with yourself, you versus you. Right? Let's be real. You can get a free training plan online in just a few clicks. That's not the missing piece. The missing piece is usually consistency with the identity of who you are. A system that supports your real life, not someone who just makes excuses. See, my clients run 3 to 5 days a week. They lift twice a week, mobility daily. They fuel like athletes, recover with intention, and train like someone they're proud of becoming. Not because it's easy, because they're done with excuses. Done with like, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get to it next week. I'm just going to wait. One of my clients, she's a school teacher and a run coach as well. At 35, she PR'd her 10K with a time of 30 minutes, 58 seconds during a marathon training block. She didn't just chase that PR. It happened because she stopped comparing herself to others and locked in on her own potential. I tell my clients, fuck the comparison trap. Your journey is yours. If you're tired of settling for second-rate version of yourself, if you're ready to train with purpose and not just for medals or some T-shirts, comment, run in the comments or check out the link below to get my free training because it's time to train like the athlete you already are.